It's basically a head cold, but it's a head cold that can kill your grandmother. And some really rare instances it can kill young, healthy people. And what we do is complicated on the best of days, and insanely complicated in the time of COVID.
You didn't have time to think. You didn't have time to think, what if? You didn't have time to think, I don't know if I can do this. We didn't know it was going to be 9 months. It could have been, a week. It could have been a year. We didn't know what was going to happen the next day. So you made it through hour by hour, and then you went home, and then you did whatever it is you do at home, and then you got up the next morning and you did it all over again.
I had a lot of sleepless nights at first, wondering how are we going to get supplies, how are we going to keep staff safe.
I mean, there were times when we had large sections of departments out, and the few people who were left didn't complain, didn't whine, they just got the job done. You remember we had half our house cleaning staff down at one time, and the few that were remaining, it was taking them longer, but they were working harder and they just did it. And really same thing with nursing staff, respiratory therapy. I mean, you can go down the line. Every single person just kind of stepped up.
Eastern Oregon, we got a problem, let's fix it. We came up with solutions ahead of our peers. We came up with solutions that hadn't been thought of, and we did them with the supplies we had on the hand.
I have learned through this pandemic that I've been very blessed and humbled to be a healthcare provider during this time.
I've learned to really appreciate the strength of the team that I have here at GRH, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
We know how to test. We know what symptoms to look for. We know what these things mean. Where at the beginning of this pandemic, we didn't even know what, body fluids, what was transmissible, what wasn't transmissible. Can we do this? Can we do that? It was unknown. But now it's a little bit more stable, a little more secure. We have different methodologies. We don't have to, oh my gosh, we're out of this transport media, or we're out of this testing type. We have other things that we can fall back on when we're limited in one area.
GRH is adaptable. I think that's one thing we learned, is GRH is very adaptable. Our leadership has been great about, we come up with, okay, we can do this, 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 what do you think? And they're like, yep, implement it, and away we go.
At Grande Ronde Hospital, we are going to be continuing to have a passion for preparedness, and we will be preparing for the next thing. Hopefully it'll be smaller than this one, but if it's not, we're going to be ready for it.
I think the very best thing about 2020 is going to be New Year's Eve. I will not miss it. I will not stare longingly in the rearview mirror. But I think in the future, as I look back on 2020, I'm going to look back on it as a growing experience, a difficult time, painful time. And I'm glad we got through it. Let's rebuild and get going in the direction we need to get going again.
I know that we still have challenges. I know that there are going to be things that are unforeseen, and there are going to be times where we have to take a step back. But I think that we've made a lot of progress in the last 9 months, and I think that there's progress still to be made. But we have people that are willing and capable to do it, so I think that eventually we'll get to where we're going.